All right, let's see how I'll fit my PechaKucha or drun in 400 seconds. So, Kaloyan Karamitov, I'm an urban planner, and I wanted to start with this beautiful picture of a square showing that the cities are not only buildings, cars, transportation modes, but at the center of it, there are the people. And actually, a good city plans firstly for the people and how the people are actually living in it, how the quality of life is there. And
ChatGPT, remove the cars.
Okay, we'll see that later. If in the physical environment, it's not that easy as it is in the digital. So these are 5 organizations that I've been working on in the last years, and I'll share experience and different projects for any of it. And I'll start with the one called Vision Sofia. I was part of a team called Vision Sofia 2050. We developed a long-term strategy for Sofia for the next 3 decades. We did a lot of spatial analysis on different levels: municipal, city, district, neighborhood, building. So we gathered this information. We put it together in different goals, different aims. We set the steps and measures for our way how to achieve the vision. And this is an example of some of the analysis that we did, over 50 of it. So we decided that this is not an expert work just to do the analysis and then hand the analysis to the municipality, but actually do a lot of workshops, working groups, actually invite the people to hear their point of view, to actually see what the problems are, hear what the problems are, and actually integrate them into the vision. So this is just one of the many events that we did. Then we continued in Sofia Plan, the Municipal Planning Institute. We continued with urban analysis, and this is an example of analysis of how we could manage the transportation flow should a new investor comes to Karamitov. Should we build a new railway? Should we build a new tramway? Which is better? Which is most efficient? And we did a lot of analysis on neighborhood levels, and we decided to share this data. We created the first open municipal database, and we created this dashboard for every neighborhood. It is open. You can see, you can click. We created some charts that you can compare Strobište with Mladost one, with Lulin one, and etc. You can see the graphs and the charts because the neighborhoods in Sofia are very different. We helped the mayor of Lozenec district to spend efficiently the funds for renovating the streets based on some criteria, connecting the shortest paths between public transportation stops and schools, between schools and kindergartens, and the shortest paths that are emerging more often, so they emerge in the criteria. We created a guideline for public meetings because we did a lot of them, so we decided to share this knowledge and know-how and experience with other organizations. And another organization, Gate Institute, where I'm currently working in, we are developing a digital twin of Sofia. This is our pilot project, pilot city. So we gather a lot of data, collect it, we try to model it. We try to model the physical city in a virtual environment. It's not that easy, but we are working on some of the topics that are connecting to the digital twin. And one of them are the solar potential analysis of the rooftops of the buildings from satellite imagery. We tried to capture the rooftops. We saw that architects in Sofia have very vivid imagination, so it was difficult to categorize the different rooftops. This is a field analysis, field study of Yavorov neighborhood called Share Yavorov from the Union of Spatial Planners. We did a lot of on-field analysis, mapping functions, mapping public spaces where people are gathering, how they spend their time in it, and proposing measures of how we could redevelop this neighborhood to engage more people to use the public space. We presented 2 different scenarios for development, one with less cars on one section, but more cars in another section. The other one was to reduce cars more evenly, so not the one part of the neighborhood to be angry that we took all of the parking spaces. We did neighborhood festivals, again, workshops with the people living there, with the kids, with models, trying to figure out what the best organization of the square should be for different users and use cases. This is a logo for a methodology that we created in the Union of Spatial Planners for how to analyze actually the urban environment. We decided that there are a few categories, components that frame the city. For example, a safe environment, livable environment, beautiful environment. So in this criteria, we are mapping different aspects of the streets, of the facades of the buildings, of the uses of the first floors. Are there shops? Are there restaurants? Is there an active economic activity, or there are just garage doors that are completely dead environment? We did the same methodology. We implemented it for another analysis on Lozins district, the southern part, where there is a huge investments from private investors, but not that much public infrastructure investment. And we see that the situation is, needs more of a public investment to service the new people that are living there. The current network of streets, how it is supposed to be, is it a public, is it a privately owned? It's mostly of the new streets that needs to be developed compared to the urban plan. They are privately owned, so they need to be extrapolated. Отчуждени. Okay, yeah, expropriate, yeah, and which is a long process, and you see a lot of maps, different analysis that we did. And I want to finish with this final slide from Blockino. This is a very nice example of how the public spaces could be used, and a good city actually tries to attract people and keep them outside, because this is a showcase for the city that it's good and it's inviting for the people to use it, not just live their life in the small boxes we call apartments and dwellings, but actually use the urban environment that we are all part of. And thanks. Oh.